What's the matter? You don't want to drink on screen? Oh, here she comes. There she is. Welcome, Kim.
Ta-da!
To tonight's version of Sell and Move.
Yeah, okay, sell and move. So let's talk about that. As you can see, I'm like super casual. This is not a business video. We're not going to tell you about the market or any of that kind of stuff today. Yeah, so what we would like to do is ask our viewers to become part of our journey. A lot of people right now are hearing the real estate market is in crisis mode. It's a bad time to sell. It's a bad time to buy, yada, yada, yada. You know, as veteran real estate agents, 18 years for me.
A little over 10 years for me, so I'm just still a rookie.
Yeah, we are actually going to be playing the roles of both a seller and a buyer because we folks are actually moving. We are going to be moving for several reasons. And we would love for you to follow us and see how things go with selling our house, house hunting itself, finding our next house.
Yeah, and not an easy task, I gotta tell you.
Especially in this market, there's like no inventory.
Right. Do you build? Do you find a lot? Show me a lot that looks decent. Then what's the lot look like? Is it an amazing lot? What do your neighbors look like?
Oh.
Are your neighbors up on cement blocks?
I mean,
there's a lot of different things out
look,
there.
I have no problem. If my neighbor's house is up on cement blocks, I'm okay with that. But
Not
like
when his car's on cement blocks.
Well, beggars can't be choosers. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I mean, we have some standards. We'll just say that. But like my number one thing is that their bathroom's got to be inside.
Well, that's...
That is the one thing that I would say when it
Inside
comes to
bathrooms.
like my surrounding neighbors. If there's a lot of space in between houses and stuff and you get land and we decide to build, my neighbor's bathroom has got to be inside their house. I don't need to be seeing none of that kind of stuff.
I don't need to see Gertrude cutting across the grass in the middle of the night going to her outhouse. That's just a little too much. Gertrude,
Why would you be looking outside in the middle of the night?
Because I might be walking the dog. You know, that's my job late at night is to take the dog for the walk before it, before everybody, well, when everybody's asleep. Nobody needs to see Gertrude in the nude. That's a bad sight for everybody. Just saying.
Oh my God. Folks.
But so I'm thinking we're not going to be doing that. So.
This is what I live with. That. Can we just kind of cut to the chase?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So we thought that it would be really interesting for our viewers to watch us in the process. Now, I can only imagine it's already starting because we've started to seriously consider it and we've made the decision that this is what we're going to do. So the first step is, for us anyway, is to find a house because we are not going to put ourselves in a position where we're going to sell the house we're currently in and then be stuck and not be able to find the right house. Okay, so we obviously see a lot of houses and a lot of neighborhoods because we're going to be buying somewhere on the outskirts of the area where we already sell. So these are areas that we're semi-familiar with or very familiar with if we get really lucky. And it's hard to get excited about a house when we've been in literally tens of thousands of homes. Everything from, a single wide trailer to, a $6, $7, $8 million house. It's really hard to get excited because we do this every day and we know a lot about houses.
Right, we see the trends of, the new flashy, you got to have this, the farm sink, then the white cabinets, then the all white interior, the beautiful hardwood floors. Nope, don't stain them dark. No, don't stain them light. Now what are they into? So now, there's so many different features that you have to think about that are going to sustain in a property that's going to hold value over the time.
Yeah.
And I look at it like, what are those features going to be? And it's going to be exciting to see. It's going to be nerve-wracking. And
I just hope we don't kill each other.
Well, I know I won't kill you, but I can't say that you won't kill me. I just got to watch for those deep cliffs when I get too close.
Note to self,
stay away
we're
from the
probably
cliff.
not going to look at anything on a hill.
We're probably not going to look at anything on a hill.
So first step is look at some houses, check around, and see really what our affordability, see what our purchasing power really is. We've been in touch with our lender. We know that, because that's the most important thing. First and foremost, you've got to do that. So we've done that. We have some idea of where we would like to be price-wise and where we'd be pushing the mark, but nobody wants to be house poor. So let's not do that either. And, I think also it's having a checklist. So what's important to you? What is it that you want? Because I think that the viewers would be very interested to see
what I want,
what we end up with, and then go back to this video to see how many things we actually got.
Right.
So what's important to you?
Well, for me, owning, 5 or 6 homes already over the years, I would like something that doesn't need maintenance for the exterior of the home. I would like a simple yard that doesn't take a lot of time to maintain and take up my free time. I would like something that had access to a town or like a smaller community. I don't really feel like I want to be in a large community of 500, 600, 1,000 homes. I don't think that's really my thing anymore. I don't really care about tennis courts. As you can see, I don't look like a tennis person. But, I could play tennis. I could have fun. It's not my favorite sport, but I just don't see spending the money in a community where there's a pool and tennis courts, because that's not something we do. We have other activities that we'd like to do as a couple and as a family, and we also do other things with friends a lot. So we don't really see the value in being in a swim tennis community, which is something very popular here in Georgia. But for me, I would like a 3rd-car garage, just because it's kind of a thing, but it doesn't have to be a 3rd-car garage, just the option to be able to get that down the road, maybe something built on. So it has to have a little bit extra land so that we can do that. That would be that would be my thing. The house itself, I think, definitely don't want something with just 8-foot ceilings. I feel like if we're going to go to a downsizing situation, downsizing house, I would love to see something that has a little bit higher ceilings, because when you're in 8-foot ceilings, you're on like a ranch and everything's on one floor, you just kind of feel closed in. I spent my childhood with 6 other brothers and sisters and a house, and there was a lot of space that we kind of all were in at the same time. It was a little confined. So I would like a little bit airy space, maybe an outside deck, look out over a backyard, privacy and things like that. But that's really it for me. I'm more simple, I think, at this time around, I would say, because I know I wasn't like that in the past. How about you?
So the reason why we're doing this, and I guess I probably should have started with that, the reason why we are right now looking to make a move is a few things. Number one, the house that we're in is wonderful. We love it. The neighbors are great. It's a really sought after community, but it's time to go. We've been here 14 years. Our kids are grown. We've only got one more at home. She's almost done with school. And it's time to downsize. We don't even use a third of this house. So we've got like formal this, formal that, blah, blah, blah. All these bedrooms, extra bathrooms, there's just a lot, and it's starting to become really hard for us to kind of keep up with. Like Greg said, we don't want to spend a lot of time out in the yard because we'd rather be doing stuff that we like. I mean, last I checked, I don't like to clean. I don't maintain the exterior. Greg, bless his heart, he's out there with his weed whacker and his trimmer and his mower, which is a ride-on. So let's not make
It's not really work.
Let's not make that part seem, so difficult or daunting. But it's still a lot of maintenance, weeding out the flower beds and putting fresh mulch down a couple times a year. Mm-hmm. So I really just want to downsize. I want to simplify. I have a knee that gives me grief every now and then.
Not just the husband?
Well, you give me more grief than the knee, but I can kind of like ignore a little bit. The knee doesn't let me. So I would love to have a master on the main. Yeah. I wouldn't mind if everything was on the main level. I still would like to have like an open concept. I would like to have a yard. I would like to have a yard that I can access right from the back door. So maybe like open the door, let the dog out easy. Luna likes to spend a lot of time outside, even though she's like eating deer poop half the time.
It's nasty.
It is nasty. But, she likes to spend her time outside, and I want it to be easy where I can kind of open the door, she can go out, the yard is fenced. Yeah. So that's my vision. A kitchen that can be easily organized, and overall something that doesn't need a lot of work, something I can kind of like move into and just be ready to live. So that's pretty much what we're looking for. I would like to stay, we were looking for a range, like a $200,000 range, one being on the low end, one being on the higher end. And I'd like to kind of stay in the middle of that because the lower end, I'm not going to be able to get something that doesn't need work. Right. A lot of cosmetic work. I've remodeled a kitchen, a bathroom, redone hardwood floors. I don't know how many times we've done projects here, but like I'm done. So I don't want to do that anymore. We're going to have to probably go to the middle of our range to find something that we could probably both agree on. Yeah. Don't care about the garage. Do not care at all one iota about a basement. To me, it's a junk collector. Unless you're going to finish the space and have like a nice entertaining area down there. It's a junk collector to me in my eyes. Now, we're downsizing, so I don't need a basement to finish off to have more space. That would not be the goal. Greg likes to have his stuff, so he probably would love a basement.
I would like a basement.
But I'm ready to sell everything in this house, sayonara, or have like a big bonfire in the backyard, just drag all the crap out to the back and poof. I mean, I would be perfectly happy just bringing like my child, my pets, and Greg, and a change of clothes and a toothbrush and my family photos, and call it a day.
That ain't gonna happen. I want to know what you're gonna do with all your bags and your shoes and all that. So this downsizing to me sounds like you want to get to this smaller closet.
This is all I need.
Oh my word.
A pair of slippers. I'm good to go.
Yeah, those won't look good when you show up to a listing appointment and say, oh, excuse me, should I wear my slippers or not in your house? That'd be great. Okay. So clearly Kim doesn't want a basement.
My bags have to come with me.
Clearly Kim doesn't want a basement. I think everybody can kind of see about that. But you do need storage space. So if you don't get a house with a basement, then you gotta
don't. You just don't need to have crap.
No, well, then you have to have a house that has some kind of storage for something. It's not like you don't have extra things, for your holiday things that you put out every year.
You can go buy a live tree every year.
And cut and just throw it out in the backyard.
You can go to Hobby Lobby, buy a box of plastic ornaments.
Right.
Well, I would want my...
Yeah, see, now we're getting to where, I got to store my
I have
stuff.
a bin of like old ornaments from Christmas that like
All right.
I made as a child or my kids made. Those have to go.
Okay, so
I could put that like
wait, how
above
many?
the purses
You have
in the-
one bin of holiday stuff?
of those.
Okay, so what I'm asking is, and I know people want to know about, where do you keep the stuff? How many things do you have? Do you have a tree? We celebrate Christmas, so we put up a Christmas tree.
Yeah, but we
wait,
could
do
just
we
buy
put
a
up a
live
Christmas
one
tree?
and then
Because when
burn
I
it in
grew
the
up, we only
backyard
put up
after.
one Christmas tree. What do we do in our house? Do we have what? One Christmas tree? No, I'm asking because they probably want to know too. So my point is, where is your storage going to go to hold this one Christmas tree?
All right,
and
we
the one
put
box.
3 trees up this year.
Okay, so now we're getting to a point of 3 Christmas trees.
But
do you put
folks,
any
that's only
ornaments?
because I can. I didn't really want to, but
You know you're going to put up 2 trees no matter where
anyway,
you are.
this conversation's over.
No,
so
it's all good.
We would love to take you on our journey.
Right.
I think it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun.
You're probably going to see us bicker a little bit. That's okay. We've been married almost 30 years.
Never.
And maybe this might be our forever house. You know, we're hoping to grow old in this next house. And so we need to really take that into
We're going to grow
consideration.
young together.
That's
How about
right. So stay tuned. We'd love to take you with us. And check out our next video because it's going to be the very first house we see and it should be very interesting.
All right. Check in with us soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.